From the guys who were too scared to really play football in high school, now they read the stat sheet and think they're experts. Because Joe is too busy in the mirror fixing his hair, and the Cadillac fell asleep. SmashMouth Footballerz presents One-on-One with Nic Tate.
Let's go! Let's go! Go! Go!
Hey, this is Nic Tate with SmashMouth Footballerz. Welcome to my one-on-one today. We're going to get a little personal. You're going to get to know how I think and how I operate and the way I think and look at stats. All right, before we start, don't forget to check out our new merch store. All right, the proceeds from the items that we get there not only go to equipment so that we get better equipment and our show gets better, but we got a future charity we're going to announce in the next couple episodes that we're going to donate 10% of those profits to. Today, we're going to do wide receivers in each tier. So each tier will be ADP 1 through 10. So as you are, say, draft position number 7, or maybe 9 or 8 or whatever, I'm going to show you the most value in a wide receiver in that area in your first round pick, your second round pick, all the way down to pick number 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this show. That helps us out a lot as well. All right, so round 1, of course, you got CeeDee Lamb, right? And you got Tyreek Hill. But the problem with that is only the first 20 to 30% of draft availability is there. So your pick, of course, we all know that CeeDee Lamb is a number 1 wide receiver, but only the first 2 or 3 guys are going to be able to get that guy, correct? So I'm looking at possibly getting someone that has the most value for everyone, and the majority of your draft picks are going to get that value. So for me, it's on this round 1 through 10, it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I'm going to explain to you why. Jamar Chase, right? Jamar Chase, talented individual. I'm not going to hate on him or Justin Jefferson. I mean, we're from the boot, Louisiana, LSU fan. These guys right here, I love watching them play. It reminds me of when they were at LSU. The problem with Jamar Chase is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has some of the highest sacks in the league every year. The offensive line, even though they continue to try to get it better, honestly doesn't protect Burrow as much as possible. I know they just got Zach Moss, and they're working on that, and hopefully it'll help out. But without Burrow's injury, and he's been injured already 2 seasons since he's been in the NFL, Jamar Chase's value goes down, right? Because the backup doesn't throw the ball as efficient or has that connection that him and Joe Burrow have. Justin Jefferson is also fumbling with a quarterback issue. They got 2 quarterbacks they haven't really nominated as number 1. 1 week the news comes out is this one, and the next week comes out is that one. And the problem is you got one that sees ghosts and one that's brand new to the NFL. So Justin Jefferson, he's going to get those picks, right? He's going to get the throws to him. He's going to get the numbers, but the problem is it going to be catchable balls? And, is he going to have the greatest value at his ADP? ADP 6, I mean, that's your first pick, your first round. Is he going to perform at that level? I do not believe so. Not this year, okay? So we're going to get to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's sitting at number 8, right? So majority of your draft picks, you get a guy that's going to pick a quarterback round 1. You get a guy that wants to go double, wants to make sure he gets another running back. They're going to dip a little further down to get that running back, and they're going to skip over Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the likelihood of you having the option to get this guy is amazing. So let me get you his stats up real quick, and then I'm going to explain to you exactly why I see his value is so high. Jared Goff, let's start there. Let's start with Jared Goff. Jared Goff has not missed a game in 2 seasons. His average yardage in probably the last 5 seasons is 4,400, and he's throwing close to between 28 and 30 touchdowns a year. With Amon-Ra St. Brown, just last year alone, he got 164 targets. He's the man, right? So that's the guy that Jared Goff looks for every time he comes off the line. He got 1,515 yards, and that team just keeps getting better. The value there has not gotten worse, and I believe that he is the guy to be looking for in the round 1 that you're wanting to play this year. All right, going into round 2, my favorite wide receiver in round 2 is going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. And I'm gonna dip right in this real heavy. Garrett Wilson is on a team that has a lot of value. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. But the thing is, they haven't played together for a full season yet. And it's that Garrett Wilson is a talented individual, and he's going to get that target share. But Aaron Rodgers has a knack for picking one player he connects with, and if it does not end up being Garrett Wilson, he's going to start targeting that other individual first. So the likelihood and percentages of him getting Garrett Wilson the ball are 50-50. So let's say he gets that connection with Garrett Wilson. He would be a heck of a wide receiver to go to. He needs a playmaker. Just like Devontae Adams, he picked Devontae Adams because he was a playmaker. When Aaron Rodgers got in a tough spot, he'd lean on Devontae Adams. And I'm not saying Garrett Wilson isn't that guy, but right now the reports aren't showing that. Devontae Adams is the ADP number 15, and he is an amazing wide receiver. I actually love watching him. He makes things happen. The problem is he does not have a valued quarterback that can throw the ball and doesn't have the arm to get that long distance throw. So all his catches are going to be within the 10 and 15 yard range, maybe a few a little further out, but the majority of the time he's going to have to make it happen, but he's going to get that volume. So if you're in a PPR and you're looking at Devontae Adams, he's going to get that value due to he's going to get those targets. There's not much out there for him as far as competition, but he has that quarterback issue as well. Marvin Harrison Jr., awesome quarterback in Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's on a stint in which he's wanting to improve and show the world who he is. He's teetering, but I believe he's got that fire under him. He's going to make it happen. He started off last season, at the end of the season, just smoking it. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is coming right out of college. They project his ability is way up there as in number one wide receivers and where they are today. His stats in college are outstanding, and his connection right now, just like Kyler Murray with DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably a better version of DeAndre Hopkins and a lot younger. Can take a lot more hits, and he can make those plays even when Kyler needs to lean on him a little bit. All right, we're going to go down to round 3, and that's going to be between 20 and 30. And my favorite person here is Drake London. Drake London, his team has done amazing things. All right, so right above him at ADP 23, Drake London's at ADP 24. We have Deebo Samuel, we have Brandon Ayuk 27 and 29. Nico Collins is fighting. Man, it's like they started the Avengers over there in Houston, right? You got Tank Dell, you got Nico Collins. They picked up Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon. They've got it all. So the thing is, though, the ball's going to get spread around a lot. And you're looking for that bell cow wide receiver type individual. And I believe that's going to be Drake London. Between him and Kyle Pitts, I think they're going to get the most touches over there in Atlanta. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, they're fighting for their contracts right now. I know a couple of them aren't very happy. So I see Drake London becoming that bell cow of wide receivers for Atlanta. And then you got to understand that quarterback there, man, he loves to sling the ball. He was the reason that Justin Jefferson got all the touches and targets and everything. So coming out, Drake London has the most value in round 3. Going into round 4, we got Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, we got Stephon Diggs. So in that one, I'm looking at Jalen Waddle, right? Because here's the thing. You're in round 3, you need a wide receiver. Some of these guys have picked up maybe Brandon Ayuk. They picked up Drake London, but you're still waiting on that wide receiver. Jalen Waddle, even though he's sharing the field with Tyreek Hill, him and Tua have a connection straight from college, from Alabama, and his ability to on the field to make stuff happen is amazing. So his stats are out of this world, except for last year he got hurt, which kind of brought them down just a little bit. But he's healthy. He's had time to rest. And in this season right now, going into camps and stuff, I mean, they're almost looking at Hill and him as if they're 1 and 2. It really doesn't matter who. You better watch out because both of them are going to get you. I know that you're talking about the defenses. So the defenses are showing up in camps, and they're afraid of this team. This team is fast. This team can run the ball. They can throw the ball, and you can't double team one of these wide receivers because you're going to leave the other one open. All right, my final round here. We're going to go to. We got in between 40 and 50. We got Cooper Kupp. We got Devonta Smith. We got Amari Cooper, and that's only wide receivers we got between 40 and 50. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's a toss-up between Cooper Kupp and Devonta Smith because these guys have a connection with both their quarterbacks. Both their quarterbacks are gunslingers. And if they miss, these guys are making that play regardless. If Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts throws the ball, and he misses Devonta Smith, and it's just in his area, he's going to make that play no matter what. Cooper Kupp is exactly the same. Cooper Kupp's got a lot to prove. He's got a rookie in his wing, and I think that rookie is actually going to give him some breathing room, and it's going to make him more wide open. He's more trusted with his quarterback, and Jalen Hurts, don't get me wrong, Devonta Smith and him, I think they have a better connection than him and A.J. Brown, but everybody knows A.J. Brown's a beast. So right here in this area, Devonta Smith and Cooper Kupp, I'd hate to pick two. I couldn't choose, but if I was here, I would definitely take Cooper over Smith. But if one of these guys are sitting here, I wouldn't have a bad decision made. Pick either one of these guys. So if you're in round 3 or 4 and you need to dip down and get you a wide receiver that has some really great value, don't hesitate to pick up Cooper Kupp or Devonta Smith. Okay, so this concludes my episode on wide receivers and tiers. Don't forget to reach out to us. Hey, comment in our comment section. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you're looking for, right? Hey, ask us some questions. We will bring it up on the podcast. We'd like to actually give you a couple shout outs, answer your questions and everything. All right, and thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm Nic Tate.
Go! Let's go!
SmashMouth Footballerz.